Party people, party people, party people. What's good? What is good? What is good? Good evening. Happy Monday. Monday is pretty much over. But what's good to my people? Listen, y'all know how we do. If you can hear me, drop a 1 in the comments. If you can see me, drop a 2. If you can hear me, drop a 1. If you can see me, drop a 2. I want to make sure that I can be heard better than I can be seen. If you're rocking with your boy tonight, you know what I'm saying? Late night live. Listen, my phone, I don't know if y'all caught my live Saturday when I was on my little entrepreneurial rant. I don't know what's going on with my phone, man. It's doing the same thing that it was doing Saturday. It does this random shutdown and then it won't turn back on. So hey, while I'm waiting to do an update on that, I figure, hey, let's get some things done. Not a lot to talk about, but a lot we can talk about. Definitely a lot going on, but for my people, you know what I'm saying? If you're coming in the room, definitely let me know that you're watching. Let me know where you're watching from. I love seeing who's actually on live with me. But again, you know how we do. If you can hear me, drop a 1 in the comments. And if you can see me, drop a 2. We give it just about a minute or two, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started. Jump in tonight. Don't want to take up all of your time. I know some of y'all probably getting ready to watch Monday Night Raw if you're not already. What time does Raw come on? Like back in the day, it used to come on 9 o'clock, which was kind of rough for a school night. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Raw come on like 8 o'clock now. I don't know. I haven't actually watched WWE Monday Night Raw in a long time. But anyway, give it a couple of minutes, a minute or two, and then we'll go ahead and get started with this evening. Holla at your boy. Right. And again, as we would say in church, I'm not going to belabor the time, but y'all already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I hop on the camera, that means we got a lot and a little bit to talk about at the same time. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know. How was your day? How was your Monday? How was your Monday? Did you go to work? Was your day productive? Did you accomplish anything? Was your Monday mundane? You know what I'm saying? Mondays can be real crazy. I'm just wrapping up the evening, making some notes. My phone is doing something crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, maybe we should get that fixed this week or whatever. I feel like it's a new update that's actually making it do something real crazy. But I don't know. I sound real weird. I sound super weird. So I need y'all to let me know if you can hear me. And if you can hear me and exactly what I sound like. I just sound weird, and maybe it's just my ears, I don't know. But I just feel like I sound super weird. But again, that's neither here or there. We're going to keep it rolling. But again, you know what I'm saying? If you're watching, drop a 1 in the comments, drop a 2 if you can see me. If you can hear me, drop a 1 if you can see me. It was a very eventful weekend. I took a nap yesterday, yo. Like normally I don't necessarily get to take a nap, but I took a nap and I made it count. I went straight home after church. Straight home. I was exhausted from Saturday. Like I was exhausted. Like when I tell you I was tired, I was tired. And you know, as we like to say, Sundays are for church, chicken, and naps. Sleep. Forget the nap. We need to take an entire break. But Saturday was lit. I had a chance to hang out with Rhoda Generation and Jasmine Young, who is the CEO of Rhoda. Had a chance to hang out with them in Durham for their vendor fair, which was like super lit. I mean, even though the weather was crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like there was still a great turnout. And right now you're just getting a chance to see kind of what it looked like from the track. Like, it was great. You know what I'm saying? There was a great turnout, vendor supporting one another. You know what I'm saying? And then once the crowd came out, they spent that money. They spent that money. You know what I'm saying? And they absolutely made it happen. And so, you know, shout out to them. You know, shout out to the girls, the mentees, the mentors, all the vendors, everybody that worked hard. You know what I'm saying? To put in an effort, put in some work, you know, to get everybody to the location. Like I said, that weather was crazy. I don't know if y'all was out Saturday or not, but that weather was absolutely off the chain, man. But it was dope. It was dope. You know, if you got a chance to see my live afterwards, we definitely kind of talked about that. Just what it means, you know what I'm saying, to kind of be around your people. You know, when you are around like-minded people, especially as an entrepreneur, as a creative, that's crucial. That's crucial, you know what I'm saying, to be in a network, to be planted in the soil, to be amongst people. You know, the Bible says iron sharpens iron. And it's going to make you better. You know what I'm saying? So some people walked away better entrepreneurs. Some people walked away better salesmen. You know, I saw some people do some really creative and some cool tactics and techniques to kind of circumvent, you know what I'm saying, you know, the rain and the weather and whatever, and to get, you know what I'm saying, people out, you know, to spend that money. Because at the end of the day, it's cool to look at one another, but we didn't come out here in the rain to look cute. You know, we came out here, you know what I'm saying, to make some money. And so, yeah, that was just really dope. Real quick, I'm going to just run through a couple of the videos that we did do with a couple of the businesses. M&M's Tasty Treats, Lux Home Essentials, and Image, I think it's Natural Essentials. Forgive me if I'm forgetting the actual name right now, but I'm going to run through those really quick just so you can kind of see that. We did this live. I did this live on site. And so it wasn't enough I was doing pictures and video. It wasn't enough just to get in there and document it and then try to create a highlight after the fact, because people are trying to make money in the moment, you know. And so one of the things you got to understand as a videographer, as a photographer, depending on the event, you got to understand what the goal is. And the goal for a vendor fair is not to document. We want to capture the event, but the goal is for these, you know, vendors to be able to make some money, you know. And so, as I said, Saturday, speed is my trick. You know, Pastor Cedric Grausen, renowned organist or whatever, who's a pastor now. But I remember him doing a video, you know what I'm saying, talking about with his finger and with, you know, playing the organ. He was like, speed is my trick. Same thing with being a content creator or a publicist or somebody that understands public relations, creating FOMO. You got to be able to move fast. You got to be able to move fast. You know what I'm saying? And so we wanted to make sure we captured the event, but we wanted to make sure we did it in a way that would allow us to promote it live, to get people actually at the venue. And that's what we were able to do. So just want to run down a couple of those so you can actually see what we got done.
All right, my name is Michelle, owner of M&M's Tasty Treats.
Yes, I am her sister. I am Shay. Please come out to this great event. My sister has literally worked extremely hard on baking this cake. We have a key lime, we have a carrot cake, we have a new flavor, lemon blueberry. We also have butter pecan. We have a vanilla, and then you have your pound cake. Let me tell you something. All of these cakes are made homemade. They're from scratch. But it's the love that my sister pours into it that makes that flavor come alive. Listen, you don't want to miss this great event. Hey, we're out here in Durham at the center. Come see us. Check us out. You don't want to miss it.
Hello, everybody. I am Sakia Lockett, the owner and operator of Luxurious Home Essentials. Listen, we got some amazing products. Everything is handmade. Everything is all natural. Everything is soy and good for the skin, good for the home. I have 100% soy wax candles right here that I hand make myself. Everything that goes out of my office, out of my studio, I touch with my actual hands. So we have 100% soy wax candles. We have wax melts right here. We also have room sprays and car fresheners. We also have some amazing deals. Our candles today are buy one, get one half off. Our room sprays are $8 and our wax melts are $5. Listen, the deals that we got over here on our page are today's price only. However, it is some good deals. The candles are buy one, get one half off. Everything else is anything under $8. If you want to find me and you cannot make it here today, please go to my site, which is luxuriousessentialscandlesandoils.com. I am on Facebook. I am on IG as well as TikTok under Lux, LUXEHE 2020. We hope to see you come out today. We're at 1309 Haley Street. Have a great day.
Hello, good people. I am Hakira Singleton Horton of Imaje Naturals. Here at Imaje Naturals, we have all natural skincare products, starting with our #1 seller, which is our whipped shea butter. It consists of 3 ingredients. That's shea butter, coconut oil, and vitamin E. You can add essential scents of your choice. Our #1 seller in that scent with shea butter is our cocoa butter cashmere. The other thing that we're featuring today is our shea butter body wash, our 4 body cleansers, our body scrubs, our Rami soap savers, our black soap, and also our hair and body oil. One thing I will tell you today exclusively why you need to get here is because everything on the table is $10. That's right, $10. Normally, our 8-ounce shea butters are $20 per jar. Now that's a lot of quality in that small component, but one thing you must know, for $10, rain, sun, thunderstorm, tornado, I don't care what it is, get down here. Get down here. Be a part of this goodness that's happening in the community. Again, I'm Kira with Imaje Naturals. I hope to see you soon.
Hey everybody, it is Jasmine, the CEO of Rhoda Generation, here once again for our 2nd annual vendor fair. It's happening right now, today. This is my baby Kayla, one of my mentees. Tell them to come out, y'all.
Yeah, y'all better come out. Make sure y'all come out. There's a lot of vendors here. And also make sure that y'all buy y'all tickets for the ball. It is October 28th.
There you go.
And yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna be hype, all that. So make sure y'all come out and support. And yeah.
Buy your tickets for the ball. Buy your tickets for the ball. You got it. It's a black and white ball this year, guys. But meet us right now. You have until 4 p.m. to get here. Tons of vendors in here. Every single thing that you're looking for that you need. We are here at 1309 Haley Street, Durham, North Carolina, 27707. Right now, it's not raining, y'all. So come out right now while you have time. Come explore these wonderful vendors and all the food. I mean, the plates that's coming out here is crazy. But come out here, come see us, come talk to us, come mingle, come hug us. Thank you.
Yo, you heard it. October the 28th. That's when the ball is gonna happen. Listen, man, the vendor fair was dope. Like I said, the energy was dope. It was just dope to be in the room, you know what I'm saying, with a bunch of entrepreneurs, business owners, creatives. Rhoda, I'm not sure of the website off the top of my head. If somebody, Jasmine or anybody from the group, if you just happen to be watching, I'll go back and put it back in the description and tag it in the comments later. But October the 28th is the date of the ball. And yo, they had their first annual ball last year, and that joint was absolutely crazy. We had an opportunity to work that too, and that was lit. Some of you have seen this video, but I'm gonna run it back real quick just so you can see it again. It sold out last year early, and early bird pricing just went on sale Saturday. So October the 28th, definitely go ahead and get your tickets because it is guaranteed to sell out earlier again. But just in case you're wondering if you need to purchase a ticket or not, this is kind of what we did last year, so you can have an expectation. It's a black and white affair, so it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be even that much crazier. Take a look.
Can we give it up for the Rhoda Generation? Yes, can we give it up one more time for the Rhoda Generation? Every table you sit at, you should expect to receive something. Every table you sit at. And if you're not receiving at the table you're at the wrong table. I do that for a few reasons. I don't want nobody to have a misunderstanding about who I am, because I've made it very clear, because I've set the expectation at the table.
Let me say something while I'm on this tip. You know what I'm saying? If you're getting married, if you're having an event, the first people you need to call are your creatives. Like I'm gonna speak up for my photographers and for my filmmakers, because what happens is y'all get married or you have major events, and let me tell you a secret. After your event or the wedding is over, the food is gone. You don't get it back. Whatever else you had, I mean, you may get to keep the program, but the only thing you get to walk away with, you know, is the pictures, and the video and the content and the memories of the things that you have left. And especially for my people that you're having event, weddings are a little different, because the bride and the groom, the family, you guys are pretty much just spending money for other people to have a good time on your dime. You know, that may change somebody's perspective, and how you plan your next wedding. You're just throwing a party for somebody else, and you're never going to get back what you put out. I don't care who you are. You're never going to get it back. You're always going to put out way more money than you're going to get back. But for those of you who are having events, your photographer or your filmmaker or your content creator, whatever, that should not be the last person you hire. It should be the first person you hire. The flowers are going to die. Eventually, that first layer of cake is going to be no good. You're not going to get to take any of the food. You're probably not going to be able to fit your wedding dress anymore. He's not going to buy a tux. He's probably going to rent it. It's going back to Men's Warehouse or wherever he got it from. You're not going to keep any of that. The only thing you're going to have that's going to last you a lifetime is the memories that we create and capture for you. So why would you hire us last? And then y'all always hire us last and want us to do it for cheap, when we're the one thing that's going to last forever. Photos will last forever. Video will last especially now that we live in a digital world, those things will last forever. So shout out to my photographers, and my filmmakers and my creatives. You know what I'm saying? That sometimes we get the short end of the stick. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling y'all, your life will be so much better, you know, if you actually call us first. But let's keep it rolling, man. Like I said, Saturday was an eventful day, and then we went right into church yesterday. And let me tell y'all something. Church was so crazy yesterday, we had to turn the cameras off. We normally stream live to Facebook and YouTube, and based on the interruption from the Holy Ghost, I love Bishop Jakes. Every time he prays the same prayer, every time he gets ready to preach, he says, "Spirit of the living God, fall afresh on me." Yo, but yeah, turn the cameras off. That is a new saying at our church, and we're gonna have a lot more discussion about that, because that's been a topic of discussion the past month or so, about what a lot of the, for lack of a better term, foolishness that sometimes goes on in the sanctuary, and then some of the things that maybe need to be more specific to your house and not the world. Whether or not streaming is still a real thing, you know, whether if you're trying to get people back in the church, do you continue to stream? Do you continue to market to both crowds? Do you continue to offer it as a means of convenience? Has it become more of a means of convenience for some people rather than a tool for ministry and evangelism? You know what I'm saying? But for those of you who didn't get a chance, we will be posting the sermon. So that will be coming. We'll be doing a premiere of the sermon this week, most likely probably tomorrow, because we'll have Bible study on Wednesday. So be on the lookout for that. And here's a quick highlight just of what you missed, because it was crazy. And shout out to the band. I don't care what nobody say. We got the baddest band in the land, but shout out to the band. This joint was crazy.
I'm going to dance this doubt away. I'm going to dance my poverty away. If you can't dance, let me take you back old school. If you
I gotta hit that again. Hold on, I gotta hit that one more time. I gotta hit that one more. Hold on. Yo, that's gonna be my new thing. That's gonna be my GIF, yo. Hold on, I gotta run that one more time. Okay, I gotta do it. I gotta do it one more time. Y'all gonna be sick of me, but I gotta do it one more time. Listen, it was like that. It was like that, yo. When I tell you, it was like that. But like I said, sermon will definitely be uploaded, and so we'll let you know when that's available. But yeah, so that was the weekend. Weekend was full, eventful, and it doesn't slow down. We're getting ready to close out April, going into May, busting it wide open. And y'all know I've been talking about this particular event, an event, you know, that myself and Elton Benjamin, you know, Omar McCollop, that we've had the pleasure of planning and bringing, not just to Raleigh, North Carolina, not just to the southeastern United States, but the Western Hemisphere. Like the Western Hemisphere. None other than the man, the myth, the legend himself, one we consider the Michael Jordan of our industry as it relates to marketing and advertising. Chris Do will be here in Raleigh, North Carolina on May the 20th. May the 20th, Chris Do is going to be in the building along with some other just straight up superstars. You know what I'm saying? Kathy Harper, who's going to give y'all a class on customer service that's going to change your entire life. Fatima Burke, who's going to help you understand why you need to be, you know, making UX and UI a priority, you know, if you want to succeed in this design game. Brian Sykes, who's like the AI genie. If y'all are afraid of artificial intelligence, he's going to give you some confidence about it. Gregory Hedgepeth from NC State. Troy McNish from Red Hat. Marshall Fox, who is $1 million designer. $1 million designer. Marshall is going to be showing you how to become a high-value designer. And Sarah Wilder, what my mental health people out there, you know what I'm saying? As a creative, as an entrepreneur, it can be very, very, very taxing. Very, 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 very taxing. You know what I'm saying? And so I can't wait, you know what I'm saying, for that. Listen, just here's a quick promo to show you how this thing is getting ready to go down. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm telling y'all, it's getting ready to be absolutely crazy. Listen, today is the 24th. We have some discount codes out right now. The main one is Dream. It's going to be over at the top of the month because tickets are going fast. It's going to be over at the top of the month. And when I say top of the month, I'm talking like rent is due May the 1st. I need y'all to go to creativeverse.org. 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 I'm going to say it again for the people in the front, the back, the side, the left, the right, whatever. Creativeverse.org and use the code DREAM, DREAM. Creativeverse.org and use the code DREAM. I need you to use the code DREAM because it's going to be absolutely crazy. And I'm sorry, y'all, I didn't have my comments window open. So if you're over there watching on YouTube, please forgive me. Brandy, I see your comment. Yeah, you turn them notifications on. You know what I'm saying? Hit that bell so you can be notified every single time I post new content to the channel. And side note, real quick, for my YouTube people, y'all been wondering where I've been at? I've been gone for a minute, but I'm coming back with a couple of new toys. Y'all know how much I love the Samsung Q2U, right? I done got distracted. Samsung is one of those companies, they don't get a lot of respect. They don't get a lot of respect, but I'm gonna make sure they get the respect that they deserve. Don't this look like a wireless Q2U? Would you say that? Does this look like a wireless Q2U to you? I done hit the whole desk. Is that what that looks like? Like handheld? Like y'all know how legit the Q2, and this thing got some weight to it. Wireless. For all of my YouTube people. Facebook, y'all gonna see it too, but YouTube gonna get it first. I'm coming back. We coming back with a bit like, I don't think you understand. Samsung, and this is a old product. This is a old product. This is an old product that they've had for some time. It's old to them. It's new to me. Actually, I've had that for a while. I've had it back to 2022. So it's been a long time coming. But yeah, go ahead and hit that bell notification, Brandy, and anybody else that's watching. But listen, creativeverse.org. Get your ticket, creativeverse.org, and use the code DREAM. Use the code DREAM. Brandy, don't buy it yet. Don't buy it yet until after. Brandon said, oh shoot, back to the store I go. Don't buy it yet until I do my video. Because I think there's a certain market that it's made for. I love the fact that it's wireless. I love the fact that it's wireless. I'm gonna say it again. I love the fact that it's wireless, but the use case for this, I'm only recommending the Samsung Q2U if you're on an extreme budget, like you need something less than $100. I'm sick of wires. Like I'm so sick of wires. And so I wish Rode, the dynamics of content creation have changed and the way people do interviews have changed. So I doubt that they do it. They kind of have some accessories to go with their Rode Wireless Go 2 and then the Wireless Go Mi's that just came out to kind of turn it into a quote unquote microphone, like a handheld mic. But the dynamics of like interviews have changed. And so that right there is going to be for a special use case. I think it'll still be great for podcasting, on the go, reducing wires, whatever. I still think it'd be dope. But wait until I actually do the video so we can definitely get into that. But creativeverse.org, y'all. Creativeverse.org. I ain't gonna tell you again. Creativeverse.org. If you're trying to figure out how to connect the dots, you know what I'm saying? How to connect the dots between where you are to get from good to great. You know what I'm saying? Creativeverse.org. If you're a content creator, if you're a photographer, if you are a web designer, if you are a business owner, if you're an entrepreneur, if you have a personal brand, if you have a business brand, if you have a ministry, if you have an organization and you're trying to understand how to speak to your audience in a way that turns them from a customer into a brand evangelist, somebody who goes out and does the hard work for you and prepare ye the way for your brand. That's what happens when you come to Creativeverse. I'm teaching a class, and I'm excited about it. You want to know what the class is? Come to Creativeverse. It's gonna be so dope. I can't wait. Again, myself, Elton Benjamin, Omar McCullough. I'm excited, man. This has been a long time coming, and this is only the beginning to the things that are gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So again, y'all, you got to the end of the month. Dream. Y'all with the Dreamville. This is cheaper. Like, we've made it so it's cheaper. Some of y'all spent like $400 or $500 to go to Dreamville and then turned around and spent $400 or $500 to see Lil Wayne. And it's not going to do any other than giving you inspiration. Inspiration is as good as ignorance if you don't have the tools to use it. Uh-oh. I didn't say that, did I? Being inspired means nothing. It's as good. It's as good as the pages in Webster that it's printed on. Whatever number page that is. It means like being inspired. You know how many people I know that are inspired, but they lack intentionality and they do nothing. I'm not gonna get on that rant tonight. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't got enough time. But go check out my live from Saturday. We talked about that. But and then so another crazy May. I was in May is mayhem. That's what we're gonna call May. The month of mayhem. There is just a lot going on, and I know you all have been seeing this floating around the internet. Shout out to the CEO herself. Angela Gay is putting on an intercessory prayer experience. Intercessory prayer experience that's going to happen in Raleigh, North Carolina, May the 6th. May the 6th. I need you to write that. 2 dates I need you to write down. May the 6th and May the 20th. May the 6th and May the 20th. If you want to connect the dots to figure out how to get from here to there, to go from good to great, come get refilled. Some of y'all is empty, you burnt out, you about to lose your mind. Come get refilled and then show up on May the 20th and be ready to take off and soar. May the 6th is going down. I don't know, Angie, if you're watching, anybody watching, drop the link for tickets. Registration is $25. And y'all, tickets are going quick. Tickets are going quick. Tickets are going quick. Tickets are going quick. This is not, listen, let me tell you something. When I tell you that this is an event that you do not want to miss, this is an event I can assure you that you do not. Ernest Pugh is over here singing the rain down. Let me turn you down, Ernest. May the 20th, yo, like, it's going to be crazy. I'm trying to find the link for y'all. I'm doing a lot tonight. And like I said I wasn't going to be here long, but we getting ready to get done. The rain experience. All right, so I got it. Let's drop this comment. All right, I was able to drop it on YouTube. I don't know if y'all can see that specifically on Facebook, though. Let me see. I think I can. I think I can paste it. Yep. All right, so I just posted it on Facebook and YouTube. The Rain and Intercessory Prayer Experience going down on May. Angie, you actually posted that. Thank you. Actually going down in Raleigh. Registration is $25. Listen, y'all. That's going to be absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You see some of the guests that we have there: Lavisha Floyd, Shanika Smith, Jeremiah Davis, Imani Joy Rayford, Gary Swindle, Courtney Moore, and Marshetta Parker. That thing is finna to be off the chain. And real quick, just want to show you or let you hear rather snippets from what you can actually expect on May the 6th. None other than the songbird herself, Lady Neek, Shaniqua Smith.
You are righteous. You are righteous.
Listen. Woo. If you're not familiar with Shaniqua, that's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be ridiculous. Like, that's gonna be crazy. In addition to Shaniqua, we have Amani Joy Rayford, who's going to be in the building as a lead intercessor. Check out this clip. That thing is gonna be ridiculous. So check this out.
God, we give you the glory and we give you the honor, because we've searched high and we searched low, but we couldn't find anybody like you. Nobody else would take the time out that you've taken with us. And for that we say thank you. And for that we say thank you. Now, God, touch us. God, touch us. Give us new tongues. God, give us new vision. God, let us hear things new. God, let us feel new emotions. God, we've been saying we love you, but now we want to love you on a new level. God, we've been saying that we're grateful, but now we want our gratefulness to be on a new level, because you've been more than good to us. You've been more than good to us, Jesus, and we don't take it for granted.
Man, listen. I'm trying to tell you, yo, that rain, there's going to be a lot of refilling going on. All right. You know, that was Neek. We got Imani, Lady Neek, Lady Imani. And then we got another songbird locally it's going to be crazy. She actually just dropped a new single, none other than Marshetta Parker herself. You guys, if you have a chance, go to YouTube, check out the music video, Fight for Us. Dope production, dope visuals, dope song, all around. Shout out to that creative team, dope presentation. Marshetta is going to be in the house as well. Here's a quick clip of what you can expect to get from Marshetta on that day on May the 6th. Man, listen. I need my computer to fight for me because I don't know what that was. But yo, shout out! Like, if there's ever been a time that that we need God to fight for us, like, listen, it's now. That's gonna be dope. Y'all already know Marshetta is coming with the fire. Like, if you've been in a service, if you've been at a concert, you know what I'm saying, with Marshetta Parker, you already know that that's gonna be dope. And then at the Marshetta, we have none other than Gary Swindle Jr., man. And yeah. I'm going to just play this. Because that's going to be crazy.
We were talking in the back, and I was telling the singers that when God created heaven and the earth, the Bible, that word in Hebrew is bara. B-A-R-A. Bara literally means to pull out of oneself. So when God says, let there be light, it's not just appearing. To get it here, he had to pull it out of himself. So anytime you pull on the promise, you're not just making something magical happen. You're literally pulling the promise out of you. And there are some promises that have been in you that I'm telling you tonight in the middle of this concert that God's about to pull out of you. And what was invisible, you're going to see it. See, we think stuff is invisible. That means it doesn't exist. On the contrary, just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. And I'm here to tell you, you can't see the healing yet, but it's already in you, and God's about to pull it out of you. And the way he pulls it out of you is through honor and praise. I need you to take 30 seconds on this recording and praise him till he pulls something. Y'all too quiet. I said praise him till he pulls something. He's pulling it out of you. He's pulling your healing. Your healing doesn't need to come from heaven because God is in you. It's already in you. God's about to pull it out of you. I need you to make some noise till it gets out of you. God's about to heal somebody in the midst of this place because it's already in you. And what was invisible, you're about to see it tonight. Somebody make some noise right here.
Yeah. Listen. I want to run that back. What was in it's yo mayhem. May 2023 is mayhem. We call March Madness. We call March Madness. May is mayhem. It's gonna be straight crazy, man. Again, you know what I'm saying? On the 6th, again, I believe, and I'm a firm believer in this, and this is what I've been preaching. And God has really kind of dumped this on me. I've really been heavy in this story in 2 Kings about Elisha and the widow woman. And it's a story of the miraculous. It's a story of entrepreneurship. It's a story of a wealth plan, of a business plan. But it's a story that is so relevant to us and the things that we deal with today. And, for those of you, we talked about this Saturday. For those of you who are overlooking, there are things in your life that you consider insignificant. There are things that you consider insignificant. Go back and look again. The widow was she was at a place of crisis, and she was looking for help. And the prophet asked her, "What you got? What you got?" And what she thought was nothing was everything. And as creatives, as singers, as artists, as musicians, as business owners, as entrepreneurs, a lot of times we get to a place where we feel like we have nothing and we feel like we are worth nothing. And that's a significant thing that's going on with this conference. Again, also, let's not forget, you know what I'm saying? You got LaVisha Floyd, who's going to be a part. We got Prophet Jeremiah Davis, who's going to be a part. We got Courtney Moore, who's going to be a part. Like Elder Owen Forbes, who's going to be a part. And we got you, who's going to be a part. Like, do yourself a favor. The link is in the comments. The link should be in the comments. Angie, if you can post that again, the link should be in the comments. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. If you want to go from good to great, there are two things I need you to do. I need you to go purchase a ticket for Rain Refilling, because a lot of y'all is empty. A lot of y'all are empty in these streets, like empty. And you're afraid to say it because, you know what I'm saying, you don't want to come off weak. Get rid of your pride and come get refilled. Because right now, this country is in disarray. And not just the country, neighborhoods, schools, literally. Like, people are literally losing their minds. They're going crazy. And so what better time to pray other than right now? It's not going to be a long experience, but it's going to be an intense. And I mean, it's going to be an intense. We having concerts. I'm not going to get on that. That ain't my place. I'm not going to get on that. But this is one thing I do know. We're empty. And you can see it on the face of the people. You can see it in the actions. You can see it in the post. Like, we're empty. We're posting nothing. You know what I'm saying? We're posting. It has no purpose. It has no meaning. There's no intention behind it, you know. But I'm believing God, you're going to get refilled. I mean, it's going to be overflowing. So I'm mayhem. May is about to be mayhem. Like, first quarter of the year was crazy. Second quarter is going to a totally different level. May the 6th. Like I said, so we're going from May the 6th, and then we're going to jump over May the 20th for Creativerse that's going on. Also, that day, for all of my music buffs, Neek is doing her live recording on May the 20th as well. I'm kind of upset because we got an event, and you know I want to be there. But listen, it's gonna be absolutely dope. It's gonna be absolutely dope. Y'all stop going off in the comments because I ain't got time to talk about that. But we're gonna keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Before the night is over, I got a big announcement. Ernest, we can't talk about you no more. I got a big announcement. I know y'all sick of me. But guess what? It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a real good day. You see what it is. You see what it is. Your boy's coming to the morning. You know what I'm saying? Listen, that 6 o'clock thing about to be real. That thing about to be real. But there's a mandate. There's a mandate for some things that I've been wanting to do for a couple of years now. And I'm excited. We're putting some things in place to make this happen. This ain't a one-time hitter quitter. I see y'all one Monday morning and then be gone. Like, nah, this is real. This legit. We got Ricky Smiley. We got Steve Harvey. We had Tom Joyner. You know what I'm saying? It's not a game. Y'all are empty. I know you're empty. Mondays have been mundane, and we look forward to the weekend. No, I want you to look forward to Monday. I want you to look forward to starting your work week off right. So every Monday morning, starting in May, every Monday morning, starting at May, probably minus Memorial Day, but we still might do it too. Every Monday morning, starting in May at 6 o'clock. If you sick of me now, you might as well go and stop following me. Because it's finna get real every Monday morning. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited. I'm excited, man. I'm excited because, again, it's our time. It's our season. You know what I'm saying? It's your time. It's your season. I'm heavy on my creatives right now. And I'm gonna stay heavy on you even tonight. I'm getting ready to wrap up because it's 9:39, and a lot of us are up because we don't know how to go to sleep. We don't know how to get rest. We don't know how to go to sleep. We don't know how to get rest. Some of y'all gonna be up to 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning doing nothing. Some of y'all gonna be effective. Because some of you just have a weird sleep pattern like that. And hopefully you ain't got to go to work at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? But like, listen, this is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Some like this being empty, being refilled with Creativerse, connecting the dots. Like, I think we're entering a period in time where when we talk about God opening up the windows of heaven and pouring out a blessing you don't have room to receive, I think we always look for that to be monetary. We always look for it to be money. But resources and provision come in a lot of different forms. And for those of you, it's not so much the money because you haven't learned how to manage the money that you need yet. And that's a hard pill to swallow. And I can say that even about myself because some of the dreams I have are multi-million-dollar dreams. They're multi-million-dollar dreams, but a lot of us have not reached a place where we're able to manage multi-million dollars. So before I give you $1 million literally in your hand, let me give you $1 million worth of resources and see how you actually handle it. So I'm gonna give you $1 million worth of information, and I'm gonna see how lazy you are with the $1 million of information that you're getting ready to get. On May the 20th, you're going to get, for those of you who are not going to Shaniqua's recording, I would admonish you, go to creativerse.org, use the code DREAM, get your ticket. We're going to connect the dots for you to get from good to great. Those of you who are struggling with content, struggling with your brand, struggling with marketing and stuff, and it doesn't matter what industry you're in. If you do taxes, if you do real estate, if you do hair, if you cater, if you sell food, you need to find a way to get to Raleigh, get to the NC State's campus. And on the 6th, like that's the other side. We're hitting you like we're in a season of being holistic. I don't just want to give you the resources while you're empty. I want you to be full. That's why you need to come on May 6th. You need to come on May 6th because you can't do this without God. Like, you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of my YouTube audience, y'all ain't used to really hearing me preach like this. But the fact of the matter is that you can't do it. The only reason y'all are sitting here watching me today is because of God. You know, so if you're subscribed, one of my 3,000 subscribers, thank God for that. Yeah, God got me here. God is the reason you're subscribed to my channel. Whether you atheist, agnostic, whatever, it doesn't matter. And I respect all people and your positions, your religion, whatever. I'm not up here to persuade you to do anything. But at the end of the day, I'm just letting you know, and I'm telling you the truth. And so my creatives, I'm heavy on y'all. My artists, I'm heavy on y'all. My singers, my preachers, my entrepreneurs, my business owners, my nonprofit organizers, I'm heavy on you because we're tired. We're tired. We're tired. You're dreaming tired. You're working tired. Like, again, somebody is about to be up all night because they don't understand the power in saying no. And so you've said yes to something that you don't even believe in for the sake of $1. You've said yes to something that you don't even believe in for the sake of $1. And now you're frustrated because you got to do it because you don't want your integrity to be ruined. And so you made a commitment to something that you have no conviction about. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. And what that comes from you being insecure about the thing that God has really put inside of you. And so as Gary was saying, he's literally, the answer you're looking for is already inside of you. It's within you. You're going to God asking him for something that he's like, yo, the answer to your problem, the solution has been in you the whole time. You're just overlooking it. Elisha says, what do you have in your house? The first thing that comes out of her mouth is, I have nothing. That's how the widow responds. She says, I have nothing. And it's a thing that you consider that's nothing that God says, yo, that's the very thing that's going to literally change your life. And so, you know, you're not, I'm excited. I'm excited for this time period that we're in. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm excited for people to just get everything that they're supposed to get. I'm excited for people, like, I'm excited for you to get to where you're supposed to get. Like, I mean, like, for you to get, what time is it? For you to get to where you're supposed to get. Like the flyer I just showed y'all with the whole radio show thing, that's something I've been putting off because of excuses. That's something I've been putting off because, you know, you're concerned about how other people may think about you. You're concerned about how other people may react to your greatness. It's not your problem. I'm going to help some of y'all tonight set you free. It's not your problem. And there's too many people that I know and too many people that I see that have greatness inside of them, but you're doing what's called self-sabotage because you're trying to cater to somebody else's insecurity. And let me help y'all tonight. Stop being intimidated by people you're supposed to be inspired by. Stop hating and ask questions. You hating and you jealous of somebody, yo, they're an open book. All you got to do is ask me, yo, how did you do that? You mad at me because you think we flexing. I'm not flexing. You wouldn't believe the number of people that probably looking at me right now thinking, yeah, bro, you have no clue. You won't even ask me though. So you live a life full of jealousy, full of envy and intimidation, because let's keep it 100. People that are really, really prideful, y'all seen you seen memes or videos of dogs that bark. And then if you remove the fence or you move the boundary out the way like an NBA player, they really don't want to fight. They're insecure. They really scared. The bark is so loud because they think the bark scared. Yo, if you can ever overcome the bark, I wasn't gonna go here, but since we're here, Psalms 23. I can't do this tonight. I can't do this. What's this thing called? YouTube. Psalms 23, it talks about, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. It doesn't say death. It says shadow of death. That means that a lot of times we get tricked. The enemy uses fear to trick us into thinking we about to die. But do yourself a favor. Type in the comments, I'm not going to die. And I want you to say it with confidence and say it with conviction. This ain't going to kill me. This is not going to kill me. It's not going to kill me. It's not going to kill me. Some of you are afraid. We talk about this all the time. John Hannah said this. He said this, I think it was this morning or yesterday morning, and he was talking to the kids in Chicago about you literally planning your funeral. Like, it's like, stop planning your funeral because you're not going to die. Like, yeah, let's go here. You're not going to die. I had to switch that up. We got to take a different direction. All right. You're not going to die. Like, you're not going to die. You're not going to die. Like, you're not going to die. You're not going to die. Like, we sing it and we shout and we say, you're going to live to see it happen. But do you honestly believe it? Like, I know you're walking through a valley of the shadow. When have you ever seen a shadow kill anybody? You seen the meme of the little girl that starts to run away from her shadow? She sees it for the first time and she gets afraid. Why is it that we are so afraid of inanimate objects? Like, the enemy has tricked us to believe that this is real. And I'm not saying it's fake. I'm not saying it's a facade. Because best believe, the devil is playing for keeps. He ain't playing fair. But God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And a lot of us are making stupid decisions because we're afraid. A lot of us are not making decisions at all because we're afraid. A lot of us are stuck in places that you are anointed to get out, but you're afraid. Like, you have been convinced, like, because you get antagonized. You get attacked. You get attacked. And I may not be talking to anybody, but I'm talking to me. Like, there is greatness. In case nobody has told you, there is greatness inside of you. Like, there is literal greatness inside of you. And me and one of my friends, we were having a conversation the other day because the thing is, we get so consumed in comparing our oil to somebody else's. We get so consumed in looking at the algorithm has caused us to look and compare our oil to somebody else's. So I got 5W20, you got 5W30, you got 10W40. And everybody out here just slipping all over the place because we're not paying attention to what's right in front of us. We're not dealing with our own. Like, I don't want your oil, man. I don't know what it cost you to get what you got. Shaniqua Smith is one of the most anointed people that I've ever heard open her mouth and sing. I don't want her oil. It would be dope to sing like that. I don't want her oil because I don't know what she had to go through to get that. So I don't want that. Prophet Jeremiah Davis, Prophetess Courtney Moore, like Lavisha Floyd, like Gary Swift. These people are oily, ridiculously oily. I don't want what they have. And a lot of times we get so confused because we fear. We have been convinced to believe that what we have is insignificant. So we respond the same way that the widow woman does. So when we come in contact with an Elisha, that is meant to push us to another level, it's difficult for us to get ahead. So when I, as an Elisha, when Elton as an Elisha, and we come to you and we put on this conference called Creative Verse, you respond in, I have nothing. We make it possible for you to get there. We make a financial investment in you. So we say, okay, as long we don't even have to walk away with a profit. We understand that you need to get in the room. So now we making a financial investment to ensure that you can get there, and you still respond, I have nothing. Because somewhere along the line, somebody lied to you and convinced you that you don't matter. You matter. Your gift matters. Your gift matters. Your gift matters. Your anointing matters. Your quirkiness matters. Your creativity matters. I don't care if you got one client. Your gift matters. I don't care if all you do is design flyers. Your gift matters. I don't care if you can only play in one key. Your gift matters. I don't care if all you can sing is Yes, Jesus Loves Me. Your gift matters. Like, it matters. And too often, I'm not going to say we're the only people that deal with this, but the body of Christ, and especially people that look like me, y'all know what I'm talking about. We struggle with this more than anybody. We struggle with this more than anybody. But I believe we're entering a season where it's going to break. And the thing that you're going through right now, it's not to break you down. It's to break you through. You don't understand how close you are to the biggest breakthrough that you've ever experienced in your life. And the reason the enemy is fighting you so hard is because you are closer than you have ever been. I wish I had it in front of me right now, but an olive is just an olive until you crush it, until you squeeze it. A grape is just a grape. A strawberry is just a strawberry. An orange is just an orange. God said, I don't want that. I want the oil. I want the juice. I want it. And you say you want to be used. And you think that God is going to exalt you and put you on a platform. The quickest way up is down. Valley. So he crushes you. Bishop Jakes wrote the book called Crushing Play. He crushes you. But the people who are the most anointed, the people who will be the most successful, they will struggle the most in life. Because that's how great, that's how far reaching their calling is. So as I stated, if God has anointed you with $1 million hands, your influence is going to be far reaching. So it was Paul that said, so that I would not exalt myself, he sent me a messenger of Satan to buffet or buffet me. So you can read that word in two different ways. Either buffet from a serving standpoint, he gave me more than I can handle, or buffet like buffing a car when you wash and polish to get the scratches and the impurities out. It just depends on which way you want it. So you want to choke or you want to be polished. Either way, at the end of the day, he doesn't remove the thorn. He says, my grace is sufficient. And according to the measure of the gift that you have, God gives you a certain measure of grace. And again, there are people who are jealous because you survived what killed somebody else. And even in your survival, the enemy still tries to convince you that you're insignificant. You're not. You survived for a reason. My initial sermon, it's been 14 years. It's crazy. It didn't kill me. And as a young preacher, you think you hype. It didn't kill me. Let's talk about Paul when he went to Martyr and the snake bite. He got shipwrecked. But as I get older, I understand it was never meant to. That's the miracle. It was never meant to. It was never meant to. It's a shadow of death. Now, I'm not telling you go out here and play with snakes and play with the devil, because you will get burnt. But at the end of the day, this is not meant to kill you. when they brought the blind man before Jesus and they said, who sinned, his mother or his father? And a lot of times what happened is we judge oil by the pot that it's in. Going back to the story, to bring this thing full circle, the story of Elisha and the widow woman, she was so focused on the pot. She says, I have nothing but a small pot. One King James says pot. Another translation says jar. Another translation says cruse. She's so focused on the pot because the size of the pot, she felt determined the amount of oil that she had. And a lot of times we get so consumed with the presentation that people's oil comes in, we don't receive them. We consider it insignificant. Oh, she's a hoe. That oil can be no good. Bro, he done smashed everybody. That oil can be no good. Oh, he dropped out of school. That oil can be no good. He did this. He did that. She did this. She did that. She was so concerned with the pot that the oil was in. She overlooked the oil itself. And we do that. We do it every single day, every single week, every single Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We have been convinced that because our life is not in a form that's presentable to other people, that our oil is insignificant. But it's not. It's not insignificant. It is the very thing. And so for every creative, for every dreamer, for every visionary, for every entrepreneur that's been praying, Lord, give me a sign. Consider me tonight your Elisha. Consider me tonight your Elisha. Consider everybody that's planning a conference right now your Elisha. Pushing you. Literally pushing you. Literally pushing you and saying, hey, what do you have? What do you have? What do you have? Literally ask yourself that question. What do you have? What do you have? What is it that you're overlooking? What is it that you feel is insignificant? Some of you you feel like, well, God is putting you to write a book, but you don't write a book like such and such. Stop paying attention to such and such because you're not supposed to write the book like them. Some of you, God has put a song in you, but you're like, I don't sing like such and such. Stop paying attention to such and such. You're not supposed to sing like them. I can't be concerned with their pot. Their pot looks good, but I don't know what's up with their pot. And let's keep it real, you know what I'm saying? Because just because the pot looks good don't mean the food tastes good. You can give me one of my grandmama old raggedy pots any day. It's got flavor in it. It's seasoned well. Give me a pot that gives me evidence that you actually cooked something in it. I'm gonna take the raggedy pot any day over this new shiny pot. That pot is proven, which means the oil in it is proven. It's been through something. They overcame by the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimony. The blood has already been shed on Calvary's cross. That's done. The other part is your responsibility. It's the testimony. Prove to me that God healed you. Prove to me that God delivered you. Prove to me that God saved you. Show me your pot. Show me your pot. We looking for new shiny pots. That's what we want. We want new shiny pots because we've convinced ourselves that new shiny pots means that you have a greater anointing, that your oil is better than mine. It's not. I don't care if you put 93 in your car, that don't make you better. And just because you put 87 in yours don't make you insignificant. It doesn't. It doesn't. God has literally anointed you. God has literally anointed you to get out of the situation that you're in. He's able to do exceeding abundantly above all we can even ask or think, according to the power that worketh in you. Are you working? Or do you need an oil change? Some people need an oil change. Some people you done got empty. You done, you know, real talk. It's certain times if you go to the mechanic and you ain't got no oil, they be like, we can't. Oh, how am I do oil change with no oil? There got to be some oil in here. Some of you need an oil change because you're empty. So you need to come to Refilling the Ring experience on May the 6th. And then after you get your oil change, you need to come get some new spark plugs. You get your spark plugs on May the 20th. I'm heavy, and I really don't want to give this all away, but you know, it is what it is. Cause I mean, it's just been on me. This story has been on me really, really, really heavy because there's so much that comes out of it. So much pride. We run past people. She goes to the prophet. She goes to Elisha. Elisha gives her instructions. And he says, go to your neighbors. How often do we run? Let me not say that because I'm getting in trouble. How often do we overlook? Now, we're in a place of feeling insignificant. But don't you know that hurt people hurt people? So the same thing she's in need of, she commits the same error. She's in need of a reassurance of the thing that's in her house, but because she doesn't recognize what she has, she's hurt, she commits the same sin. So she runs past her neighbors to go to the prophet. The prophet sends her right back to the neighbors she overlooked. Neighbors represent whoever's sitting on your row, whoever's sitting digitally beside you on the stream, because we have pride and we don't want people to see that we're hurting. And the reason we don't want people to see that we're hurting because people have taken advantage of our trust. And so the enemy, he understands the playbook of our lives. And what he does is he takes note of that. Now he brings that back up later so that when you're in a situation where you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, she's stuck between death and then debt. So her husband has died and the creditors are coming to take her sons. So she's stuck between literally a rock and a hard place. And she can't see that the solution to her problem has been there the whole time. That oil had been there. That oil was there when the husband was there. But don't you know that there are sometimes that there are certain things in your life that have to die for you to recognize really the gift and the anointing and the calling that God has on your life? So a lot of times you got to be careful what you pray and you ask God for, because you're like, Lord, I want you to use me. Then all hell breaks loose. Steve Harvey was talking about that today. He says, Lord, I want you to, expand my brand. Literally the next day he has the blunder with the Miss America, the Miss Universe pageant. And God really expanded his brand, but you better get specific. So she commits the same sin that she's in need of healing and deliverance from: insignificance, insecurity. She overlooks her neighbor to go to the prophet. The prophet turns her back around and say, go back to the same people who probably know your situation. And y'all know how we do. When somebody died, the first thing you ask is, child, what they died from? What happened? Ooh, child, you see they got a GoFundMe? Yeah, he ain't had no life insurance. It's a shame how he left them. Now they about to come get them kids. He sends her right back to them same people. So the enemy, he knows our playbook, and he knows that at some point we were hurt, and he leans on that. So this insecurity and this insignificance thing it's done turned into just a deep rooted situation. And he keeps digging it deeper. So now my neighbor, who is supposed to help me get out of this situation, I don't trust them. I don't trust them because the last time I trusted my neighbor, they took advantage of me. The last time I told my neighbor my dream, they stole it. The last time I told my neighbor the situation I was going through with my spouse, they were good. The last time. And you keep living your life based on the last time. But no, let's reverse course. We're going to bring things full circle. Now you in debt. Now go get in more debt. And go borrow empty vessels and get as many as you can. I'm going to skip to the end because we ain't got time because I want to get off. I'm going to skip to the end. This is the significance of the story of the widow woman and Elisha. The King James Version says that after they stopped, it's two things. He says after they filled the last vessel, when the son says, Mama, we ain't got no more vessels, that's it. The Bible says that the oil stayed. It says that the oil stayed. King James translation says that the King James Version, KJV, it says the oil stayed, meaning that this is an oil. Once you tap into this oil will stay forever. This oil will remain. This oil will not get old. This oil will not get stale. This oil shall remain to the point that your children and your children's children and your children's children's children will get to see the benefits from your oil. This oil now that you come into contact with is an oil that now stays. It's an oil that now remains. This oil is going to stick. And it's going to literally change your life forever. And the prophet tells her, go pay off your debts and live off the rest. This is where I get excited. That rest doesn't just mean remainder. Because here's the thing. I'll speak to the mothers. I know my mom is always concerned about me and my sister, whether she says it or not. But as a mother, your children hit different. You can struggle, you can go through, but it's different when your children are struggling and your children are going through. Father, mother, as a parent, auntie, grandmother, guardian, it hits different. You don't get no rest at night. You don't get no sleep. Those of you who are in financial struggle right now, this is why this is so significant. This is why you got to get this. You're not sleeping good. I told y'all earlier, some of y'all getting ready, it's 10 o'clock. Some of y'all getting ready to be up to 12, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning because you said yes to something that you should have said no to. Why? Because you're in debt. Not just the debt of sin, literal debt. I'm talking about fiscal, financial debt. And so now you working hard trying to get out of a hole that you're really digging yourself deeper in. Because you think saying yes to more is going to give you a way out. No, it's just going to overload you. And then you're going to be dealing, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be struggling to keep your integrity up because you're going to say yes. Now you don't have conviction. You're not invested in the project. And you're going to be telling these people, I'm sorry, I'm late, this, that, and the third, yada, 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 yada. Every graphic designer, especially if you're a Christian, you got that story. You're doing too much. You've put yourself in a position that you're doing too much. But when he breaks the curse of debt off of her life, he says, go pay off your debts and live off the rest. My prayer for you tonight is that you live off the rest. Is that once you identify the thing that you've been overlooking, that you say, I have nothing but this pot of oil. Once you identify the thing that God says, now I can use you. Now you've given me something that I can work with because I do my best with nothing. Because in the beginning, when God created the heaven and the earth was void and without form. So I do my best work when there's nothing. And so now that you recognize that there's something there, that what you say is insignificant, now as you come into contact, you go through this crushing process. Because you're going to have to be crushed. That oil has got to come out of you. He's going to squeeze every drop out of you. And it ain't always going to feel good. But after he gets done and your life changes, when the doors open and the opportunities open and the contract, it ain't so much that we're talking about contracts because all you need is one. All you need is one phone call, one email, one DM, one contract to change your entire life. That's it. That's it. To change the very trajectory and change the course of your life. So now live off the rest. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. I mean, literally. Don't just live off the remainder of what's left. Live off the rest. She was able to not just pay off her debt, return the vessels back. Can you imagine? Let me give you a little bit of game that's applicable, and then I'm going to get out of here. Let me give you a little, that's probably like my 10th close tonight. Let me give you a little bit of game of what you can imagine, make this relevant for today. Go borrow $100 from somebody, and then bring them that $100 back, like in a couple, like tell them, say, I'll give it to you by next Friday, and instead of next Friday, bring it back to them like the next Monday, and give them some interest on top of it, and see what happens. I'm like, even if you don't need the money, just go find somebody that you can borrow. And if you ain't got nobody that you can borrow $100 from, you need to change your circle. And it really should be like 1,000. Change your circle. I mean, for real. Because if all of us in a situation changes, I mean, like, I'm dead serious when I say that. Like, you should have at least one person that you should be able to go to, and then they should trust you to be able to give it back. But if we all sitting in the same boat where we can't borrow from nobody, we can't help nobody, you need some new neighbors. You need to change your subdivision. You need to move to a new neighborhood. And I'm not necessarily talking about physically, as in you need to move, but no, you need to move. Because what did we talk about Saturday? Sometimes the seed is not the problem, it's the soil. All seeds don't grow in the same soil. But you go borrow $100, $200 from somebody and give it back to them earlier. Pay it off early. You know what that does for a credit card? This is why the Bible, this is why we got to be holistic. Because we're doing principles today that are biblical and they're spiritual in root. I don't care if you believe in God or not. If you're an entrepreneur, you practicing the gospel. So you say you don't believe, but it's working for you. Seed time and harvest. It's working for you. She pays off her debt. She pays off the people she owes. She goes, pays her neighbors back. And I can imagine they're like, wait a minute. What you got going on? Now, the same neighbors that was concerned about your GoFundMe, they now become interested in your vision. Because y'all know how we do. Oh, we talk junk about somebody until we be like, oh, wait a minute. Wow, they made it. That's why you got to be careful how you look at somebody's pot. Y'all gonna look at pots different. Your grandma probably got a nice pot, nice cast iron or something down there underneath the sink or something in the cabinet. That thing probably seasoned real good. And if you young and dumb like some of my millennial friends are, we be like, I don't want that. All that flavor. And you overlook it. You judge the oil by the pot because people have judged you by your presentation. I'm done. I got to go. Hey, man, May the 6th. Let me run this again. May the 6th. May the 6th. May the 6th. I got to get out of here. May the 6th. May the 6th. I need you to come to the rain experience. May the 6th. I need you to get refilled. If you empty, I need you to get refilled. And then I need you to come over here May the 20th. I need you to come to Creative Verse. I need you to come to Creative Verse. We are moving. We are in we are under for creatives, you under an open heaven. For visionaries, you're under an open heaven. For dreamers, you're under an open heaven right now. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. You're in a season where resources, provision, everything that you need, it's going to be crazy. May is going to be mayhem. And God is going to do it. He's redeeming the time. I've really been hearing this as of late. He's redeeming the time. And what you thought was going to take the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years, it's going to happen just like. But you got to be prepared to handle it. And the reason some of us are such in a struggle right now is because we're not prepared to handle what it is that we're trying to get. So it's going to seem violent. It's going to be violent. We're getting ready to come into Pentecost like a mighty rushing wind. That's how fast success is going to come at you. And the reason it's difficult for you to receive it and accept it is because you don't have a reference point for it. You have a reference point for failure. You're used to failing. And a lot of people aren't afraid of failure. They're afraid of succeeding because they've never walked on water before. They're used to walking on concrete and falling and scraping their knee, and they know how to respond to that. Put some antiseptic on it, put a Band-Aid on it, let the scab, pull the scab off, keep it moving. And you find confidence in showing people your scars. There's some triumph in that or something. But some of the scars that we have, we don't even have to have. If we would step out on water, but we're afraid to drown because we can't swim. Stop focusing on swimming. Just step out there. Stop wondering what will happen if I fall. What happens if you succeed? That's the question we got to flip, and you got to start asking yourself. What happens if you succeed? What would it look like for the person to say yes? Photographer, what would it look like for you to double your prices? And they say, okay. Public relations specialist, filmmaker, what would it look like? Graphic designer, what would it look like for them? Web designer, what would it look like for them to pay your invoice in full and not the deposit? Artist, singer, what would it look like for you to increase your writer and for them to say, okay, where do I send the payment? Wait a minute, is this right? Like, I only need a deposit. No, we went ahead and paid you in full. What would that look like? That's the window I believe we're getting ready to enter. I believe we're entering, but it's going to be for the prepared. Get prepared. Get prepared spiritually, and then get prepared from a secular standpoint. Be able, those who can move between ministry and marketplace, inside the four walls and outside the four walls. This is your season. I know it's been difficult. I know it's been hard. I know this first quarter, I know 2023 ain't this math ain't mathing. And it's like, wait a minute, this was supposed to be my Jordan year. What in the world is going on? It's your season. I promise to you, it just wasn't your turn yet. It was your time. It was your season, but it wasn't your turn. I believe now as we get ready to go into May, 5 is the number for God's grace. There's a grace that's on you for this season. It's your season. It's your time. And now it's your turn. It's your turn. So whatever it is, it's April 24th. Whatever it is, you got 7 days. 7 days. It's God's number for spiritual perfection completion. You got 7 days to figure it out. What am I overlooking? Ask God, literally show it to me. What is it that has the ability to change, to break every curse off of my bloodline that I'm overlooking? And help me to get over the difficulties for how people receive my pot, because I'm peculiar. Because my pot is not as shiny as somebody else's pot. I know I'm anointed, God, but my pot don't look that good. I know I'm gifted, but my pot don't look that good. Ooh. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Got the Amber Alert going off on the live. Father, bless whoever that is. Keep them. In Jesus' name. Stop comparing pots. I love y'all. I done been out here way longer than I was supposed to. I just feel that. Comparison is a creativity killer. We know that. But man, if creativity is supposed to be the new currency, how you gonna make money if you busy comparing? And comparison is a killer to creativity. How you gonna trade in this market? You're not. You're gonna be too busy comparing, looking at somebody else's pot because somebody else is judging your pot. I pray that God frees you from the insecurity of your pot being peculiar, so that your oil can flow the way that it needs to flow for your audience. For your audience. Some of y'all out here watching, your audience is not my audience. My audience is not your audience. I'm called to reach who I'm supposed to reach, you know, and that's who I'm going to reach. You're called to reach who you're going to reach. So your pot may look a little different than mine. Your camera probably looks a little different than mine. I know a lot of people with dope setups, but my setup is my setup, and your setup is your setup. And my mic is my mic, your mic is your mic. My voice is my voice, your voice is your voice. And I know y'all sick of me, but this is my pot. And my oil is going to flow according to the way it's supposed to. So I will not let my pot define me, nor will I let you define my oil by my pot. Neither are insignificant. They both have a purpose. They both have a purpose. You have purpose. You have purpose. To the person that's contemplating suicide, that feels worthless, you have purpose. And you don't even necessarily, let me be careful. Let me not say that. It's not so much that you're contemplating killing yourself. You just don't want to be here anymore. So you've literally given up, like, God, I'm done. I'm tired. I don't want this no more. So whatever happens to me, you're literally living like whatever happens to me happens to me. You're significant. You matter. You matter. No matter what has happened in your life, and I know it's like, why do bad things happen to good people? You matter. I need you to survive long enough to find out why. To find out the reason why, because you're going to understand the reason why. As my mama would say, keep on living, and you're going to find out. There are a lot of things that I didn't think I was going to survive, and now I understand why. It wasn't until later. It wasn't until I met certain people that I was like, okay, I didn't go through that for me. I went through that for you. Somebody has need of your oil, but they don't have to be crushed for your oil. You've got to be crushed. And I know it sucks. I know it doesn't feel good, but go through the process. There's a grace for you going through this crushing process, because when May gets here, it's going to flow. It's going to flow. Don't worry about how they look at your pot. Your oil is going to flow according to the way it needs to flow. And stop comparing yourself to other people. I love y'all. I got to get out of here. I got to go. Remember, May the 6th, we're in Raleigh at New Restoration for Rain. Lady LaVisha Floyd, Lady Shanika Smith, Prophet Jeremiah Davis, Lady Imani Joy Rayford, Gary Swindle Jr., Prophetess Courtney Moore, Lady Marcetta Parker. And then we're over at NC State on May the 20th, 19th and 20th. Creativeverse.org. Use that discount code DREAM. You have until the end of the month. I'm trying to tell you, everything you need is right there. It's right there. And we're making sure that you have no more excuses, which are tools of incompetence. And those that dwell on them seldomly amount to anything. Yeah. I love y'all. If nobody has told you today that they love you, I love you. If nobody has told you today, I'm proud of you. If nobody has told you today that you matter, you matter. And if nobody has told you today that you're significant, you are significant. Again, this is your boy Walt. I got time today, really more so tonight. Be on the lookout. First Monday in May. Mundane is no more. We taking Mondays by storm. I love y'all. Holla at your boy.
I can feel it in the air. Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. I can feel it in the air. Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day.
Wake up now, put the cold water on your face. Yeah. Gotta put the naysayers in their place. They're looking real sad, don't they? Why they want it real bad, don't they? Yeah, I'ma say the things that you can't say. I'ma play play the games that you can't play. I'ma throw the gas on them. Yeah, watch me get the bag on them. Yeah, so I'm off to the races.